In this video, you will learn how the ambitious ParkView project, initiated by Park Place Technologies, was made possible with BMC TrueSight and the hardware monitoring solution developed by Sentry Software. Let's start by first presenting Park Place Technologies. Park Place Technologies is the world's largest third-party maintainer of data center systems. It supports more than 35,000 data centers for 13,000 customers in over 110 countries. To ensure a high customer satisfaction rate, Park Place has chosen the BMC TrueSight AIOps platform and the Hardware Sentry KM to monitor the thousands of systems they support. Before implementing BMC TrueSight and Hardware Sentry, Park Place received tens of thousands of automated raw events per month that needed to be processed. Basic filtering reduced this significantly, but thousands of events still needed to be manually analyzed. Once a fault was reported, either through an automated alert or a call from a customer, it took an average of 8 customer touchpoints before the case was closed. These touchpoints involved contacting customers to describe or confirm the fault, obtain logs, run diagnostic commands, etc. Once repaired, the customer had to be contacted again to confirm that the issue was actually fixed. All these touchpoints were significant costs to both Park Place and their customers. In order to reduce costs and provide better service to their customers, Park Place set a simple goal: reduce unnecessary customer contacts to 0. Each customer touchpoint is a cost to Park Place, but also a cost to their customer. That's their goal. Now, let's see how they're doing. After reviewing many hardware monitoring solutions, Park Place concluded that only TrueSight and the Hardware KM by Sentry could truly address their needs. Park Place wanted a solution that could be easily deployed. This meant avoiding VPNs or other methods to directly access their customers' data centers. Sentry's professional services worked with BMC to help design an innovative, internet-based TrueSight architecture. Park Place named this solution ParkView. There were some obstacles, though. Both TrueSight and Hardware KM have been adding remote management features, but no one had tried an architecture where they no longer had access to the patrol agent. Given the high number of data centers and the wide range of systems to monitor, you probably think that many people were involved for this project. You will be surprised, but this challenging project was implemented by a small team. Only one product account manager and 3 engineers, one from Sentry, one from BMC, and one from Park Place, were working on the project. They could obviously count on the expertise and availability of the Sentry support and Sentry development team to answer their technical questions and to release a new version of Hardware Sentry that could monitor very large environments, like Park Place. The ParkView project also spurned innovation in Sentry's Hardware KM. In order to remotely monitor thousands of remote systems, the new version of the Hardware KM, version 10, needed to be more versatile, robust, and scalable. Building off its already impressive position as the hardware monitoring tool with the largest ecosystem coverage, Sentry added improved self-monitoring, remote diagnosis features, and bulk system adding mechanisms. But enough of the marketing speech. Let's dive into the technical features of the product. Hardware Sentry leverages several communication protocols: SNMP, SSH, WMI, WebM, IPMI, etc., to automatically discover all internal components of servers, disk arrays, fiber switches, and tape libraries. More than 200 platforms are currently supported, and with around 50 updates per year, you can be sure that also the newest servers available on the market are rapidly supported. Thanks to Hardware Sentry 10, hardware monitoring is more reliable than ever before. But in case something goes wrong, Sentry has added a robust self-monitoring. Metrics about the performance of the solution are collected and events generated when there are performance or availability issues. Detecting an agent overload or an incomplete monitoring is now quick and easy. And that's not all. Remote diagnosis is also possible with Hardware Sentry 10. To gather debug information, You just have to run in TrueSight one of the several commands supported by Hardware Sentry. Among many others, you can, for example, enable debugs, run SNMP and WebM queries remotely, and generate all kinds of reports. Hardware Sentry 10 is not only robust, but also scalable. Configuring the monitoring of a large environment can rapidly become a headache if systems cannot be added in bulk. Since version 10, you can create one configuration for all devices sharing the same credentials and then provide a single list of systems to be monitored. Up to 300 identical systems can be set up in one configuration, and systems easily added and removed. The overall performance of Hardware Sentry has been significantly improved in version 10. As you can see on the graph, monitoring 150 hosts with previous versions consumed many resources. With version 10, we can see that the resource consumption remains low when monitoring 250 hosts. The close partnership between Park Place, BMC Software, and Sentry Software led to incredible results. The successful implementation of a proactive fault detection system. The average number of customer contacts per fault has now fell down to 2, and Park Place managed to improve on their already impressive 97% customer satisfaction. Sentry Software is proud that the hardware monitoring solution has been successfully implemented at Park Place and looks forward to telling you more about other success stories that involve other products of the portfolio, like Monitoring Studio 10 and Storage Monitoring. Stay tuned.